Excuse me? You're sitting way too close to the TV. Please, 6 feet away. Social distancing. Come on. Come on. What's going on? Yo, Kpaceguy here. What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. And today I have something unexpected and a little pretty cool for you guys. So what I have today is a speaker review that I got sent from a company. And no, we're not reviewing the Cantons back there. That's for another video. But what I have down here are some SVS speakers that you guys may be familiar with. Now, SVS has sent me out an SV1000 subwoofer as well as their Prime wireless speaker system for review in a nice piano gloss white. So let me tell you a few cool things. This week I reached out to SVS and told them that I had a project in mind, and I may still do it, but they also asked me if I wanted to review a few speakers. So what they sent me out here was the Prime wireless sound system as well as an SV1000 to review. So I'm going to review these over the course of the next few weeks. We're going to see how good these sound as well as the subwoofer, and we're going to do them separately and together. So they're meant to be paired together to give you a really nice hi-fi sound setup, but I'm going to do them both individually and as a pair so we can see how good they work together. So that's really cool. Thank you so much for SVS for sending them out to me. But even better news, guys, I'm also now an affiliate of SVS. So that means that any products that I talk about SVS related, there will be a link for you guys down below in the description for you to click on. So if you see anything that you're interested in, there will be a link provided for you guys that doesn't just help me, but it helps you and SVS. So if you like these products, there'll be a link for them where you can go and get them. They're starting their sales, I think Memorial Day sales, so stay tuned for that. But anything that I talk about in the videos from now on from SVS, there will be a link provided for you guys so that it helps the channel grow, it helps you guys get the products, and of course it helps SVS. So thank you, SVS.
Thought you knew all the answers and knew what's to come. Trying not to be so self-absorbed.
Alright guys, so what you see in front of you are the Prime wireless speakers, again from SVS. Now I have these in a nice white gloss piano finish. I absolutely love the white and they look good in the room that I'm in. But they do come in a black color as well. These run you $599.99, so they're on the higher end, but you get a lot for what you're paying for. So let's go ahead and talk about the features that it has. So what you're seeing right here on the top there is a 1-inch dome tweeter with a 4.5-inch midwoofer. These are rated to get down to about 52 hertz and have a max amplification of 200 watts. That's 50 times 4. So 50 watts to the driver, 50 watts to the tweeter, and then the same thing on this side. And you total them all together, you get a 200 watt response. Now these are not just any kind of speaker. You guys can see a control panel here and a couple of knobs, and then on the back side you see an amplifier with a lot of connections. Now this is a powered speaker, not a passive, so they have their own self-amplification on the back with some connections here. And these are able to do Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and you can directly connect. So you see some auxiliary inputs here, you see a sub out here to get it to whatever sub you'd like to, and you see some monitor options here that we'll talk about here in just a second. Now on the front here at the bottom, this is an actual LED screen, which is going to allow you to have 6 different presets for instant access to any kind of music you want to listen to, whether that's a smartphone, you can use it on Spotify, Pandora, Sirius XM, Amazon Music, and any other music services. So you can make this your central hub. This is going to be perfect for the 2-channel setups that you may have, or a desktop setup. Like myself, I have a computer, I play Xbox, and I have some monitors on my desk. So these will be perfect for those who like the game, or PC speakers, or something of the sort. So on the back side, you're going to see an amplifier here, and all your connections are going to be made. This is the slave speaker, meaning all the information and stuff is being sent from this speaker to the speaker here. So here's what you're seeing on the back side. So you're going to have a subwoofer out here. That's going to allow you to connect the subwoofer. Now these are going to need it because a 4.5-inch driver is not going to be able to reproduce much bass at all. So that's why they sent me on the SB1000, which we'll talk about shortly. You also have your LR aux in, that's your left and right there. So if you want to plug up a smartphone or anything that takes RCA plugs, you can do that right here on the back, and then it will send information to each other. Now, this is going to be your right speaker, this will be your left speaker, and they provided you with a proprietary cable that connects one speaker to the other. There is an output here, and there's an input here via this cord. And you have to use this cord. If this cord gets a short in it or you lose it, you'll have to get another one from SVS because you can't just find these in a Walmart or a Radio Shack or a Best Buy. The next connection is an optical in, which is here. This is going to allow you to connect an Xbox or a PS4 or maybe a television or anything that uses an optical out. You can put it in to the speaker here. Next, you have a 3.5mm auxiliary input. That's going to allow you to connect headphone jacks, anything that has a 3.5mm, like a phone. If you have a smartphone that has a headphone jack nowadays, or maybe a tablet or something of the sort, you can input that here. What you have next is Wi-Fi setup, and that's going to allow you to do that streaming. You can stream right here from the speaker. You can do Amazon Prime Music, you can do Spotify, you can do TuneIn, Tidal, anything that you have, you can do it right from the speaker. No smartphone needed. Your next input you have in and out is your network. So if you don't want to use Wi-Fi, you can allow yourself to connect it via an Ethernet port to get your Wi-Fi to the speaker. Now you have a toggle switch here, which is really, really cool. You can toggle this between mono and stereo. Mono means one. So whatever information is coming out of here will be the exact same coming out of this speaker. So you won't have a left and a right, you'll just have one big speaker. Now this is cool if you're going to daisy chain multiple speakers together so that everything's playing one piece of information. But most people will leave this in stereo mode, which is the toggle turned down. This will allow anything from the left side to come out of left side, right side, right side. That's your stereo. Next is the service firmware upgrade option you have via USB. So this will allow you to update the speaker itself in the future. If there's a firmware update or something from SVS, you'll be able to upgrade that here. And the last button you have here is the Bluetooth setup. Now this is going to allow you to connect a smartphone, a tablet, or anything that can cast Bluetooth. It'll be programmed here, and you can pair the two together and play wirelessly to the speaker. And then lastly, you have your power input there. This will be what powers your speakers. They provided you with a cord, of course. You'll plug it in, plug it into your wall, and you're fired up, ready to go.
You better stay in those arms forever, where happy thoughts can live again. Yeah, we got older, but still good together, together. Cause you and I, we got the vibe, we got the vibe. Yeah, you and I, still got the vibe, still got the vibe. When you're closing in, you know you're done. Thought you knew all the answers and knew what to come.
Alright guys, so what we have here that's going to be paired with the wireless speakers is the SVS SB1000. SB meaning sealed box. Sealed boxes don't have ports. This is supposed to give you a tighter response. It's supposed to give you a lot tighter bass. It's supposed to give you more punchier bass. It's also supposed to be a lot more accurate than the ported boxes that you guys hear. That's why it's so small. SB boxes, sealed boxes are usually a lot smaller than the PV boxes, the ported boxes. It keeps the footprint low, gives you a nice big driver, and it keeps the bass accurate and tight. So this is going to pair very well with the wireless speakers from SVS here. And of course, we had to match it up in color. So we got the white piano gloss here. I just love the way it looks, especially with the black driver in front of it. But this one is also the same price as the wireless speaker. This is $5.99. It has a gloss white, a gloss black, and then it has a black ash for $4.99. So let's go through some specs here. So this is a 12-inch driver on the front here. It has a 300-watt RMS amplifier on the back side and 720 watts peak. So pretty good performance out of this small little subwoofer. It's not very big. It has about 13 inches in height, 14 inches in width and depth. So not a big footprint at all. So you're going to keep that space down. You're going to please that wife. you can have a good system without taking a lot of space. Now this is SVS's amplifier. Now this isn't the new amplifiers they have for like the PB4000, the 16 Ultra, or the new SB and PB2000, 3000 series. This is their older model, so it doesn't have any kind of app or anything like that to control it with. But it still is a very good and powerful amp here. So on the top side here, you have your volume dial. Now this is tactile, so there's little clicks as you turn it up so you can kind of feel where you are within the volume knob. On the bottom here is your phase. This is going to allow you to pair it up well with the speakers that you're using, or if you have another sub, you can pair them together with your phase. It helps kind of alleviate any kind of peaks and nulls and helps them work together, not against each other. And then on the bottom here, you have your crossover. So with this certain system, we saw that the wireless speakers got to about 52 Hertz, it said. That's their lowest performance, 52 Hertz. So I would probably cross these over right at 80. That'd be a good sweet spot for this system. Cross it over at 80, let the subwoofer take care of everything, let the speakers perform at their best with what they're meant to do. So that's your crossover setting there. If you're using the SB1000 by themselves, then maybe you can cross it over at a different point. But with the speaker system that I have paired with this, 80 would be a good start. So here you have your auto or standby toggle switch, or you can have it always on. This is for your power. So I'll usually have it on auto, so when a signal is sent to the subwoofer, it kicks on, and then after maybe 10 minutes or so, if there's no signal sent, it'll turn itself off, or you can always have it on. Down here at the bottom, we're gonna make your input connections. Now you have your out here, so you can send information from one subwoofer to another via the outs. This is the inputs here, where you'll connect them. Usually you want to put it at LFE. This is where you're going to make your connection to your receiver, but sometimes if you're using like a 2-channel stereo setup with no receiver, you do have 2 inputs left and right, and you do have some legacy connections here, your speaker left and right down there. You have your toggle on and off switch there, so if you're not going to be using this for a while, or there's a storm that day, or maybe you're moving, you want to turn that off, you do have an on and off switch and a detachable plug that they provided you in this package here. There's your plug, and then there's your manual there. So really easy setup, really easy to set up. It's gonna sound really, really good. All right guys, so that's gonna be my quick overview for the system itself. Now, I know you guys really want a sound demo and all, but if you know me and my channel, I don't do sound demos until I've broken in my speakers, because I am a heavy believer in breaking in your speakers before you give them a good test, good overview. So I'll spend a few days, a few weeks listening to this, getting it broken in, and then we'll do proper reviews. I'll do a review on these speakers by themselves, I'll do one on the subwoofer by themselves, and I'll do a review on the whole package together and tell you guys what I think. So if you enjoyed this video and you're looking forward to my future videos on this system, leave me a comment down below and let me know what you guys think about the SB1000 and the wireless prime speakers as a package. What do you guys think about this? It's gonna be a good performer. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment down below. Also, leave me a like button if you guys are enjoying the content, and subscribe if you're not already. I got a lot of fun things coming up, guys, so make sure you're subscribed. We'll see you guys in the next one. Kpaceguy out. Peace.